there, Star Wars fans. It's your favorite little Star Wars penguin, Bob, here. And I want to spend a few minutes discussing my thoughts about the upcoming Disney Plus series, Kenobi. So, make sure you're in tune with the Force and not heading down the path to the dark side. Keep that anger in check, and hold on to your lightsaber, Star Wars penguin fans, because we're going to talk about the OBI-BOB-KENOBI series. Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Stay tuned.
You're listening to Penguin Thoughts. These are the thoughts that penguins are thinking when they were thinking that they were thinking about the thoughts they were thinking when they were thinking them. That is, we think.
Okay, let's get into it. This up-and-coming Friday, May 27th, 2022, will premiere the new Disney Star Wars series, Kenobi, on Disney+. The series takes place after the events of the movie Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, where we see the rise of the Empire and Emperor Palpatine and his new Sith Lord cohort, Darth Vader, a.k.a. who used to be Anakin Skywalker, because he's turned to the dark side at this point. These are the events after Order 66, where we see like Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi and other Jedi that remained after Order 66 had gone into hiding because they're being hunted down and killed. The new Kenobi series shows that Obi-Wan is doing what he's doing between the events of the movie Episode 3 and movie Episode 4 in canon. He is on Tatooine, keeping guard and watch over from a distance over Luke, as Luke is growing up, living with his Uncle Ben and Aunt Beru on Tatooine. So, here are some thoughts I have about this. So after watching the trailer and reading several other things and then listening to what people are thinking on the internet about the upcoming series, here's what I think might happen in the series. I have no idea what we might see in the new series. This is all just my own thoughts, speculation, hopes, fears, and expectations that I think we might see in the Kenobi series. So first, I think over this series will be some good things in some ways, and in other ways, bad things. Obviously, getting to see how and what happens to Obi-Wan Kenobi and also Luke during the events between episodes 3 and 4 would be cool to finally see played out here. But to be honest, this little pingy is not hopeful for another Disney Star Wars series. In this trailer, we see several Sith Inquisitors chasing down any remaining Jedi or Force users still enforcing Order 66. Which, if you've ever played the video game Jedi Fallen Order or watched any of the Clone Wars, then you know what I'm talking about when referring to what are Sith Inquisitors. They work on behalf of the Emperor and Vader to basically hunt down and kill any remaining Jedi or Force users. And in the trailer, we see a prominent fifth Sith Inquisitor, a female Sith Inquisitor actually, that I feel that the writers at Disney will do another bait and switch like they did in the Boba Fett series. What I mean is that yes, the series is about Obi-Wan Kenobi, but they're using his character to promote another character. As in the case of Boba Fett, it was Fennec Shand, which I liked her in Boba Fett, and overall she wasn't bad, but it was supposed to be a series about Boba Fett, and it felt more like the series about Fennec Shand, in my opinion. I can see that in the new series, the Kenobi series, that we're going to have the same thing, with this new female Sith Inquisitor being the one that tracks down and finds Obi-Wan and then chooses to turn from her mission and orders and then doesn't kill Obi-Wan. Instead, replaces him to watch over Luke. while Kenobi has to leave Tatooine for a little bit to take care of another matter, which I believe he may be going to try to save Leia, which I found an article I'm going to read here in a little bit later on in this podcast that talks about that possible rumor and my thoughts on it. The second thing I think we might see here in the Kenobi series, which in my opinion possibly breaks canon, is seeing Kenobi and Anakin as Vader meet and have a lightsaber duel. Which I admit, seeing that might still be cool to see. However, it does mess up the dialogue and lines breaking canon in episode 4 when Vader and Kenobi meet again for the first time since Mustafar. So yes, I would love to see Hayden Christensen return and play Vader and play him and to see that would be awesome. But it also at the same time, if they put them together and they meet up before the events of episode 4, it's going to make me sad. Because it shows once again that Disney Star Wars is not George Lucas Star Wars. And that Disney doesn't really care or have any reverence for canon or the characters in a most beloved franchise, and that they do whatever they feel like they want to do. Anyway, let's shift gears here for a moment, and let's talk about this possible ObiWan leak that I found online. I don't know if this is true or it's accurate, but I want to kind of read a little bit about this article and talk about it. And it does mention that there's potential spoilers ahead to the series. But then again, take all this with a grain of salt. It may not even be accurate at all. It may not have anything in it of what's actually going to happen in this series. Who knows? But I found it interesting, and I thought I'd share it with you because it kind of goes along with my thoughts what I thought was going to happen in the series. Anyway, ObiWan Leak reveals the shocking return of a beloved Star Wars character. In many ways, Obi-Wan Kenobi is shaping up to be a quasi-bridge between the Star Wars prequels and the original trilogy. You know, like I said before, between episodes 3 and 4. The upcoming Disney Plus series is set to feature a number of actors and characters from George Lucas's prequels, including Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi, Joel Edgerton's Uncle Owen, and Hayden Christensen's Darth Vader. They're not the only major Star Wars characters rumored to have roles in Kenobi either. Like it says, potential spoilers ahead. One new ObiWan leak, or I like to say rumor, claims that the Disney Plus series will feature a very important Star Wars figure in a secret but prominent role. If true, this leak further reinforces that Obi-Wan Kenobi will connect the end of the Revenge of the Sith to the beginning of A New Hope. Here's the leak, they claim, on Inverse. According to a recent report from MakingStarWars.net, one of the most important characters in Obi-Wan Kenobi will be none other than Princess Leia Organa. The outlet reports that Leia will be kidnapped and taken from Alderaan in Kenobi's first episode. And that will be why McGregor's Obi-Wan decides to leave Tatooine. The report also mentions that Leia will appear in multiple episodes of Kenobi, and that her family's desire to fight the Empire will help Obi-Wan begin to believe that there's still hope for the galaxy. Of course, as is always the case with leaks like this, take this claim with a massive grain of salt for now, and I agree with it completely. It may not even happen. The Princess of Alderaan. While fans still have to wait one more week at the time of the writing of this article to find out whether this leak's claims are accurate, they do fall in line with several other rumors that have been circulating about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Fans have been speculating that Leia would have a role in Obi-Wan ever since rumors began to swirl that Jimmy Smits was reprising his role as Bail Organa, Leia's adoptive father, which makes sense, because if he's in the series, then you're bound to see a younger child version of Princess Leia. It just makes sense that way. The reports seem to confirm that both Bail and Leia have secret roles in Obi-Wan. While they may not come as a surprise, it makes sense for both characters to appear. Bail is one of the only characters who shares Obi-Wan's knowledge about Luke and Leia. That's true. Which makes him one of the few people Obi-Wan can actually trust during this time of hiding in the years leading up to A New Hope. Beyond that, we already know that both Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader are going to have roles in Obi-Wan Kenobi. So it only seems fair that Leia, Luke's twin sister, is present. Obi-Wan also needs a genuinely important reason to leave Tatooine. Yeah, otherwise it doesn't make sense. Why would he abandon Luke? And temporarily abandon Luke here? Since preventing Leia Organa from falling into the hands of the Empire would certainly qualify as a genuine reason. I agree with that. So the inverse analysis, they say anticipation has been building for Obi-Wan Kenobi ever since it was announced. It's not hard to see why, considering just how many beloved and established Star Wars characters are set to appear in the Disney Plus series. You already heard my thoughts earlier on McGregor and Christensen's roles. I would both love to see what they're up to, yeah, obviously. But I'm not sure. I have mixed feelings about whether or not they meet again in this series, whether or not that's a good thing. It breaks canon. Nevertheless, if the characters like Leia and Bail Organa also appear in the series, then it seems safe to say that Obi-Wan Kenobi may end up being one of Lucasfilm's most essential Disney Plus series to date. Which, to be honest with you, that last statement in verse makes it kind of scares me a little bit. This little Star Wars penguin was afraid that it may set a bad precedent. It may actually turn things to a different direction. And if you remember, all things are still leading to the sequel series, the sequels trilogy of episodes 7, 8, and 9, because those have not been removed from canon. They're still leading to, well, Rey and all the things in that. Nevertheless, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Leia possibly being in the series? Is it a good thing that Obi-Wan leaves Tatooine and leaves Luke to go chase after and save Leia? Obviously, we know with episodes 4, 5, and 6 that everything turns out okay with Luke and Leia. They're both fine because they grow up to be who they are in Star Wars. But nevertheless, I just hope they don't ruin things here and change canon. So, there you have it, Pingy Star Wars fans. My thoughts, my hopes, some possible rumors here and there, and my expectations for the new Disney Star Wars series Kenobi, premiering on Disney Plus this Friday. Hope you check out the new series and find out for yourself what happens to Kenobi and Luke and all them. Then don't forget to come back here to this Penguin Thoughts podcast and share your thoughts with me. I would love to hear what you think about it. Anywho, I hope you decide to come back and listen to this podcast or other podcasts from yours truly. And if you're so inclined, I also hope you go and check out other great Penguin content I make on YouTube, and I also stream on Twitch. It's always fun, crazy, and silly time with yours truly. So I hope you come and check me out. And as always, I'm the crazy and silly Star Wars penguin named ObiI-BOB-KENOBI, and may the Force always be with you, especially if you're having a hard time getting ketchup out of a new bottle. The Force comes in handy then. Later, peeps.